Good morning, welcome back to A to Z Gardening, and I'm in the nice, cool, casual shade today. And sometimes shade gardens are a little bit of the Achilles heel of garden areas, and the fact that maybe you can't get something to grow there, or you're just lacking inspiration for that design, which instantly seems to go to the Hosta, which touch of class is the Hosta I have here in my hand here, and we grow literally 30-40 varieties of Hosta. Next year we're even going to have a Hosta Fest. They're so popular, but if you want to add something with a little bit more character, a little bit more touch of class to your shady landscape, I have some friends here that we might want to consider, and I like to incorporate different color, contrast, and actual texture and motion even sometimes in a design and landscape. So what you're going to have here is not commonly grown for the bloom, although they do have a nice wispy higher bloom than the foliage. It's commonly grown for the foliage, and this here is commonly called heuchera, or your common coral bell. This here has all different varieties of color and variegation for the leaf. Very easy to grow, doesn't like heavy clay wet feet, but does really nice in that cool casual sun like we have right here. So it adds interest and a fringy leaf all season long as soon as it comes up. It's an herbaceous perennial that's easily grown and easily maintained at just anywhere from 10 to 20 inches in size. Whole bunch of different varieties of this. This might look like a heuchera or a coral bell, but it's actually an astilbe, commonly just a little bit lighter greenish color. This is dark side of the moon, has a really aggressive fringed leaf to it, not notorious for its taller bloom like a lot of the astilbes, but it's really a nice character and a great contrast to some of the greens. One of my favorite plants, if you have Dentra, which is your common bleeding heart, that goes to sleep as soon as we start to see some heat. That's Dentra spectabilis. That's the original one. This one here is formosa. This is called luxuriant. This is a totally different kind of the old type of Dentra. This here is a fern leaf which produces bloom and stays awake all through the growing season. It'll actually even take just a little bit more sun than will your original old bleeding heart variety. And if you're looking for ground cover, a lot of times you hear a lot of people just talk about maybe pachysandra or the English ivy. You might want to consider just using a little bit of liriope here, or the lily turf. This lily turf here gets a really nice aggressive dark green color in the shade, and a fantastic grape explosion, which is the name of this variety here, purple explosion. That is a really nice grassy, kind of reedy look to your garden. So consider actually adding a little touch of class with this wispy, upright kind of ground covers, as opposed to just your more invasive English ivy or your pachysandra. For any questions on growing in the shade or perennials in our nursery, feel free to contact any of us professionals here at Stan's.